Mr. Goody here. What I wanted to do tonight was a little something different. I wanted to explain to you guys, where I got the idea of actually video logging or, signing up for YouTube to make a YouTube channel. Because, I first started making the channel in 2018 in late September. So, if I wanted to become famous or anything, I would have done it years ago. I'm not a kid. I'm in my late 30s, and I tell you, I have been in, the computer business and electronics for most of my life since I've been 14. So, I got the idea so that I could, just keep kind of like a diary, a video diary, and then keep myself busy. And this is why, in case you guys didn't know, I will tell you. Okay. You see, this guy right here, I suffer from anxiety and depression. I had a rough childhood. Maybe in the future, I may talk to you guys about it, go over some things. Not tonight or anything. I just wanted to let you guys know why I made the channel. And you see, having anxiety and depression, one of the big things you can do is get out and do things. And that is what I do. And that's why my channel is so to the left and to the right, or right in the middle, or who knows, maybe it's something new that nobody's ever seen before. But that's why. Because me keeping my mind busy, or keeping myself busy, helps my anxiety and depression. And, I kind of thought about it. I was like, I'm going to explain to people why I started a YouTube channel. I don't really expect to become famous. It's really hard to become famous on YouTube, and a lot of people probably won't even watch more than 2 minutes of my video. I understand the statistics and the analytics of YouTube, so I don't think no one's going to sit there and listen to me talk. But if you guys do, even if there's one of you out there that's going to listen, I thought that maybe I should start talking about anxiety and depression and how to cope with it in life, and how to not let it control you, and how to take your life back. Because trust me, if there's anyone that knows about anxiety and depression, the nervous system of the body, then I am a pro at it. I've had many panic attacks. I suffered from depression, post-traumatic stress. I have been through the ringer with, having bad nerves, as people would consider it. And I know how to deal with it. And, these little things that you can do, things that, sometimes maybe you can eat or exercise, or getting out there and having hobbies and doing stuff. Sometimes talking about things that bother you. But I think our country as a whole, and I live in America, in the United States of America, and I love this country. And I'm proud. I'm proud to have been born here and raised here, But I can also tell you that in our country, that I do not think that, mental health of people is taken seriously enough. And I think that's where a lot of the violence comes from these days, is people care about movies and funding this and funding that, and they will give, like, the drug addicts Narcan for free. And I'm not downing drug addicts. I mean, an addict means they're addicted. You know, maybe they do have a problem, a disease, but I think that not only should Narcan be given, I think we should have a free health system. But even if our health system is not going to be free, it should be noticed, and that there are a lot more people suffering from mental health conditions. Um, there should be awareness made of it, and there should be a lot more. I mean, a lot more um, health coverage and offices. I mean, there's just not very many offices that people can go to. There's not a whole lot of options. I mean, there are options out there, but there's just not a whole lot, and there should be more. And I think that, people, our government and the people themselves should be made more aware and educated of what these diseases are. They don't necessarily mean, I mean, the nervous system is the most complicated system in all of the human body. Scientists don't fully understand it. And, to say that something is wrong, a misfire, kind of like cylinders on a car, admitting something is wrong, 30 years ago, people would just label you as crazy. And that is not the case at all. I mean, some of the most intelligent people on the planet of this earth, you have nervous conditions. They have OCD. I mean, people, that's another condition. People may need to turn a light switch off and on like 2 or 3 times, or these little rituals that they have before they go to bed. Or, they have these little ticks in their head that they'll have to say a certain word more than once or whatever, which I don't have any of those. I myself take life pretty seriously, and if there's a lot of negativity in life, I don't mean the normal amount of negativity, because let's face it, in life, you're going to face, negative things in life. I'm talking about just an abnormal amount of negativity can overwhelm people with a sensitive nervous system, and then it can throw you into a panic attack. And I'll explain what that is real quick. A panic attack can be a little different for everyone. Now, in reality, what's happening is there's chemicals released in your brain that is telling you that imminent danger or death is very close. And, different people react differently to it. But here's how I react to it. I feel like I cannot breathe, that something is setting on my body, and that I can't breathe. And as I feel like I'm about to pass out, then all of a sudden I catch another breath. Now, some people do pass out, but I've only passed out once. But then my hands and fingers start to feel tingly, and then they go numb. Then my legs go numb. Then my heart, I start feeling palpitations in my chest. And then I start sweating. Then I lose color, my face. And some of the only places that I have color left in my face is my cheeks, as they'll be red and kind of flush. And, and on the inside, it feels like that I'm about to die. And, me, myself, when I first had these panic attacks, I would feel like I would start counting my heartbeats, thinking, is the next beat going to be my last? And I'm just very thankful that after about a couple of months, there were some very hard situations that I was going through at home. At the time, I was going through my first divorce. My father who pretty much raised me, was my hero, had passed away. He was in the hospital for 6 months, and I was there with him. And then I would go home, take a shower, see my kids, go to work, come back to the hospital, and just repeated that for 6 months. And I got to steadily see my dad decline in health until he passed away. At the same time, my wife and I were going through a divorce. And then my job was needing me super bad. And I was just overworking myself. And it was like the perfect storm, if you will. Those things combined just made me, collapse one day in the yard when I was doing yard work. And the things that I never paid attention to before, I could suddenly, I'm here. Like when I passed out, they'd call the ambulance, and I don't know how long I was out, but when I woke up, I could hear crickets and grasshoppers. Like they were loud, like the noises were amplified. And I knew from that point on that I was a changed person and something was different, but I didn't know what. Then I started suffering all these panic attacks. And some people can control them by simply thinking of, something happy music. Even the song Happy, I don't know. Or just control their breathing. Breathe in, breathe out. But I could not control it. It was like subconscious, and then after a couple of months, seeing psychiatrists and the doctors, hooking me up on monitors and actually checking me out physically. Physically, I was fit. Mentally, they finally found out it was, with anxiety and depression, and then they kind of guinea pigged me, as in what medicine would help me, because we're all human, but everybody's a little bit chemically different, metabolism wise, blood type. We're all mechanically different a little bit. So not if one medicine works on someone else, it may necessarily work on you. So finally, they found the right medications for me. And then, coupled with medication and then exercise, then eating healthier. I'm not saying like become a vegan and never eat anything good again. No, I mean, I'm not talking like that. You don't have to be a bodybuilder. I'm talking realistic things to do. So, and one of the things is keeping busy. And that is why I made this channel, is to show you some of the things that I do to keep busy, like in my everyday life. The only thing I haven't done until tonight was tell you guys why I keep so busy and why I decided to make a channel and why I do so many different things. It is to help burn off all these negative chemicals from the nervous system. And if you guys want me to talk more about this or explain it more in detail, as in what my conditions are, or if you guys have a condition, I would be very open to talk to you guys about it. That is ultimately what I'm here for. I'm here to help people. If you guys laugh even one time at any of my videos, then I think I've got my job done. I like making people laugh. If you've learned anything, like from my car videos, it's very hard not to cuss in those videos, and I really don't like to cuss on YouTube, but especially in the car videos, yeah. But if you learn anything from those, then even one thing, then that's great. Or my working on electronics video, because I got my A+ certification, and I've been working on electronics since I was 14. If you guys learn anything from that, anything at all, or you've been entertained at all, then I'm happy and I've done my job. Well, I can see that this video is hitting the 15-minute mark, so I want to try to wrap this up. So, if any of my viewers out there, or anybody that hasn't subscribed to my channel, if you guys honestly, if you suffer from a condition, a nerve condition, and you want to talk about it, or if you're new to it, or maybe you're not new to it, maybe you've had it for a while and you want to discuss anything, like hey, can your nerves control your bowels? I know that's a funny question, but yes, it can. But that's just one question that may be kind of embarrassing for someone to ask. But I'm here for you guys. I've lived it for 15 years, and I'm here to tell you that there is light at the end of the tunnel. I may not be cured, but I have it under control, and there are ways that you can have it under control and live a normal life. So, I just wanted to tell you guys, every one of you that subscribe to my channel, you don't go unnoticed, and I really do appreciate it. Like I said, I'm not trying to be the next famous person or whatever. I'm just passing the time and having fun making these videos. And if I can help some people in any way during the way, help any one of you guys, or help anyone on the way making these videos, then that touches me right here in the heart. So, if you guys have any comments or questions, feel free to ask. Comment in the comment box below. And if you like this video, subscribe. I upload videos all the time. But anyways, it's getting late here. My little buddy Insomnia came to visit me, so I'm gonna hit the bed. Anyways, I will talk to you guys next time. Later.